The world's oceans have always been a stage for efficiency. The sleek, silent killers, sharks, are perhaps evolution's greatest masterpiece. But deep within the Permian era, an anomaly emerged. Not a masterpiece of design, but a biological abomination. Meet the Helicoprion. Look closely at its defining feature, a spiral of bone-crushing, razor-sharp teeth, a self-consuming, rotating buzzsaw permanently fixed to its lower jaw. This is not a story of a mighty predator. It's a terrifying tragedy. This creature was given the most bizarre, over-specialized weapon in history, turning its own mouth into a lifelong cage. Imagine being born as the Buzzsaw Shark, the hunter with a weapon so unique, so inflexible, that every single moment of its existence, from hunting to mating, was an awkward, agonizing fight against its own anatomy. The mystery isn't how this thing ate. The true question is, why did evolution commit such a brutal, unforgivable mistake? Stay with us, because the reason for its ultimate failure is the single most terrifying aspect of natural selection. Our journey begins 290 million years ago, a time when the Earth's continents were locked into the supercontinent Pangaea. Helicoprion swam the deep, dark prehistoric seas long before the dinosaurs. Its reign spanned 50 million years, a testament to its initial success. Yet for decades, all science had of this colossal creature, potentially reaching up to 25 feet, the length of a modern whale shark, was the tooth world. These fossils, sometimes measuring over 10 inches in diameter, were the subject of decades of paleontological guesswork. They were found everywhere, in Russia, China, and the United States. But their placement defied logic. Was it a horn? A coiled tail? A defensive fin? It was simply too strange. The scientific community finally settled the debate using CT scans. The spiral was housed deep within the lower jaw, constantly growing. This is where the tragedy begins. Modern sharks replace their teeth when they break or dull. It's an efficient, disposable system. Helicoprion, however, was a hoarder. New teeth pushed the old ones forward, deep into the spiral, resulting in a stack of over 100 teeth compressed into one structure. This bizarre system meant the old teeth were never shed. They were simply recycled into the jaw's deep core.
To survive 50 million years, this buzzsaw had to work. Scientists have analyzed the jaw mechanics, proposing the theory of the hydrodynamic scissor. The Helicoprion's primary prey were soft-bodied, often armored creatures like large ammonites and orthocones, which are related to modern squid. A modern shark uses crushing power. Helicoprion used shearing force. The attack was precise and devastating. The shark would dart forward, the specialized jaw would grip the prey, and with a lightning-fast twist of the head, the spiral teeth would slice clean through the soft body of the squid. It was a perfect, specialized weapon for cutting through the shells and flesh of its specific diet. But this specialization came at a devastating cost. The jaw was a one-trick pony. The inward curve made it impossible to bite things off the side. It couldn't take small, controlled bites. It was all or nothing. If the prey didn't fit perfectly into the geometry of the spiral, the shark either went hungry or risked catastrophic failure. Against thicker armor, like that of the massive armored fish of the Permian, the tooth world could become jammed, fractured, or stripped of teeth. The hunter became the hunted, forced to retreat, nursing a jaw that took weeks to heal. A hungry, wounded apex predator in a brutal ocean.
The biggest threat didn't come from larger sharks. It came from change. The Helicoprion's long reign coincided with a relatively stable climate, but the end of the Permian was marked by the largest mass extinction event in Earth's history. The oceans cooled, sea levels dropped, and its primary prey species migrated or vanished entirely. In this chaotic environment, a new, sleeker line of predators emerged, the Neoselachians, the ancestors of every modern shark. These sharks, with their boring, regular, but highly adaptive teeth, were faster, more flexible, and their simple, repeating tooth rows meant they could feed on virtually anything. This is the ultimate punchline of the evolutionary joke. The magnificent, spectacular buzzsaw shark was rendered obsolete by its own complexity. Against a large, soft-bodied squid, the Helicoprion was a god, but against a coordinated pack of smaller, faster Neoselachians, its buzzsaw was useless. The new rivals didn't need a single massive kill. They used speed, agility, and teamwork. While the Helicoprion struggled to bring its massive, cumbersome weapon to bear on a single attacker, the others would tear at its fins and gills. The specialized, slow-firing cannon was overwhelmed by a swarm of highly adaptive, rapid-fire pistols. The Helicoprion wasn't killed by a better weapon. It was killed by better flexibility. By the early Triassic, the Helicoprion was gone. Its spiral of teeth became a lonely relic, a warning sign from the ancient past, a stark reminder that in the grand game of evolution, being the most powerful isn't always enough. Adaptability is the ultimate survival tool. The buzzsaw shark didn't die for lack of power. It died because its brilliant design trapped it in a world that no longer existed. If you are fascinated by the terrifying and often tragic stories of life's failures and triumphs, like the Helicoprion, hit the subscribe button and ring the notification bell. We dive deep every Saturday. And let us know in the comments, what other evolutionary jokes should we expose next?